Hello and welcome to CEO Drawing Voice Story Studio. I'm so excited that you're joining us today for a flagship content on the franchise founder. Now, why have we created this series of contents? And it's to inform the African market of investors and founders a different channel and a different approach in which to grow your brand from local to global. It's important for you to understand the reality of the advice and not just the theory. We've told you that franchising is a way to market and grow your business. We've given you exposure to expos. We've told you all these things, but now we are going to actually interview in the studio a live franchise founder who has created waves across markets globally. He'll tell you his story of how he started from the first store and how he grew to the global audience. So without much ado, a very inspiring founder that caught my attention because of his personality, his approach, and his process. I have in the studio here with me Vincenzo.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Vincenzo.
Thank you to host me here.
Thank you for coming. All the way from Italy.
Yes, that's correct.
Tell me the journey. What was that like?
Wow, the journey was amazing. So far, so good. So the journey started in 2020. Hermanos started with just one small shop. I would say with a dark kitchen, because 2020 was the time of the pandemic, the global pandemic. So me together with the CEO, the actual CEO, such as Mr. Ricardo Bravo, Dr. Ricardo Bravo. We started this journey in Malta. It's a small island in the Mediterranean Sea. It was fantastic. The idea came from me being a traveler. I travel all around the world. I visit so far 89 countries. And when I travel, I'm super inspired to try the local food. Because in reality, what I really believe is that local food give you the soul of the culture wherever you are. So today, together with this wonderful woman, a human being, I would say I saw a lot of potentiality in the country, in Africa as well, all Africa. We visit so far just 3 countries in Africa, and Nigeria was where to start. And if I tell you this one, it's because I really believe that Hermanos is not just a brand, it's a way to express something, an idea and a story. So compared to different brands that are actually in Nigeria right now, Hermanos is something different. It's something already proven, and it's something that can give you to a young or older entrepreneur the opportunity to grow the economy.
In fact, what I said to people at the event we had was welcome to the Burgerhood.
Yes.
Hermanos is the Burgerhood. And the Burgerhood, in my opinion, is a group of people who are burger lovers, who are travelers, and young and energetic.
It is. It actually is. So what is our motto? Our slogan is feed your soul. Is we try to feed the soul of the people. So it's a burgerhood at some point, and is, as Fumi she said, is something totally different. There is the obviously we focus in the Gen Z, we focus in the millennials as well. So but we don't exclude no one out of the circle.
I mean, we said last night while we were meeting some people who are 50 years and above, we said we were going to even create a taste. And this is the exciting thing about Hermanos. They listen to the heart of the country, and then they add that into their menu. So this is how they have such an exciting array of menus. But we'll put that aside first. I want you to tell me how you became a founder of a business. Was that a difficult journey? Then we'll talk about then how you became a franchise founder. Because I'm sure you were a founder first before you were a franchise founder. Tell me about that.
I don't own just Hermanos, I own different brands. I love it to create brands from scratch, but I would say it's really difficult to do it since the real beginning, from day one. That's why exists franchising.
Okay.
Franchise is something that speed up the process for a new person that want to get on the market,
Okay.
a new person that want to do an investment, because it's a proven system.
Mm.
So when myself, as a founder, create the brand from zero, I did a lot of mistakes. That mistakes at some point cost money, time, energy, and as well as relationship with people. So having a franchising is totally different story, because you are owning something that is already correct, something that has passed through the journey and arrived to a point that is not perfect, but it will let you avoid all the mistakes that has been done in the past.
Right. So obviously that would increase your returns on investment.
That's really correct.
Yes. And so in penetrating different markets, right? Hermanos has traveled to so many countries. The owner of Hermanos, I'm told, has traveled to over 80 countries.
89.
89, there you go. But Hermanos has been in almost every continent,
Yeah, that's correct.
right? What are the people saying about Hermanos?
My biggest fear was that, okay, maybe European love the concept that we have it, because I didn't finish the first question, I didn't express well myself. We try to recreate the burgers with the flavor from every corner of around the world, of every city around the world. So in the case of Nigeria, let's say that we did recreate the burger with soya sauce. That is typical from Lagos as well. I tried myself, thanks to you, the soya grill. It was fantastic. So what we wanted to recreate it is something within the burger that recreated as well the flavor of the typical food in the place where you are. So this is what we want to express to the people. It's not just a random burger joint. Secondly is the process. It's not just having, but everybody can open their own burger joint, take it, a piece of beef, minced beef, just place it on the grill, smash it. Nowadays there are plenty of them, especially in Europe, in the United States, in the Middle East, is packed of those new brands, because it's easy at some point, but it's not easy to go ahead. You will do a lot of mistakes, sometimes you fail, sometimes you not. So what is different from us and the others is that we have a process that's been proven. This is so important, it's been proven. So it's been proven in Europe, in Malta. Now we sign it for Italy as well, a new master for Italy. And we have been in the Middle East. And this is a funny story actually, because we've been invited by Visit Qatar directly through an exhibition of franchising that we did it. So we've been invited, and for me I was really scary, because I said, what about if the Middle East does not accept my flavor, does not accept the flavor that we give to the beef, the flavor that we give to the product itself. It's not just about the brand at some point, you know. And what happened is we were in a Qatari International Food Festival, which is one of the biggest festivals around the world. We've been selected by Visit Qatar just for the brand, so they collect us for the brand. And then happened the first 2 days, it was very slow, so me together with Dr. Ricardo Bravo was extremely worried, because nobody was approaching us to buy the product. And organically, they start to try the product, and after the second day, we had a queuing of 2 hours.
I saw that video.
Queuing of 2 hours, and the revenue was absolutely outstanding. So what I do believe it, if before I was really believing the brand, but I added, as a human being, I added a little bit of fear, I was scared. Now, after the moment, I understood it, the different market accept the product. So, and even, I don't know if you want to say...
That's what I wanted to interrupt you. I liked the burgerhood from the packaging and from conversations with you. But like I said to you, when we chose to work with you, we said we don't work with anybody. We work with people who we know align with the needs of our market. And even though I liked it, I just wanted to make sure that the market will accept it. And I have never been to a brand unveil or a brand experience where you have no negative feedback. It's not possible. And it's only when Hermanos rolls out its second phase, which is where we're going to feed a number of people who are pre-selected, that you will understand what we're saying. It's not just, you can hear that, oh, there's a particular process that you use, but we went to you, with you, to select the finest of every component that makes up the burger. The level of detail was very high. And then the level of care for the taste of the locals. How that they requested, what did the people like, they went to taste it at the best place and said, okay, we want to recreate something for everybody. In a room where you had people that are Gen Zs, you had middle class, you had senior citizens, they had a burger for everybody. It's not, I'm not, on this seat I don't blow the trumpet of anybody, but it's just the reality. And the part of Hermanos that we knew we were opening up for is the fact that they believe in supporting local suppliers. Can you tell me what you said?
I said that, first of all, sometimes I recognize that Europe does not understand, the people of Europe does not understand really well what's going on in Africa. Africa is growing so fast. And the model that we adopted is we just give you the opportunity to control, for a new franchisee, to control their own food cost, buying locally. Everything from A to Z to be bought locally. So everything from the bread to the beef, to the cheese, is everything wherever you are. If you are in Nigeria, you are in Ghana, you are in Ivory Coast, wherever, you buy locally. Why? Because we do not change the flavor in that case. Because everything about recipe and process.
Thank you. Please close.
Yeah, whatever you said is true, because what we do is we give the opportunity to young entrepreneur, or let's say senior entrepreneur as well as millennial entrepreneur, to manage their own food costs. So the risk is drastically reduced, and you buy everything locally. So we give the opportunity as well to create an ecosystem around the brand.
So it's an entire supply chain that is going to be enriched locally, as well as a local team that will receive capacity. You had girls that you met 2 days before, and they were trained to produce a burger in about, I would say, 48 hours, more or less. A lot of the training came from your personality, your vibe, and the way you handled teams, the support you gave on the floor, and how easy it was to transfer that knowledge.
Super easy.
That tells me that it is sort of a predictable investment that a franchise investor would make, because you have a predictable process. So the store has not been set up. You came in 2 days, you didn't import anything, and a Hermanos Burger experience was created. Imagine when we now set up the full store. Now, we'll interview your CEO separately, right? But we want you to talk to the person who is just newly starting as a business owner. Why do you think they should think about franchising as an option for global expansion?
As I said, franchising avoid you to spend more money in the investment the long way. I mean it. All the mistakes that, don't talk about Hermanos right now, but we talk about any brand that is franchising.
Yes.
I would say that when you have a proven system, means that you need a lot of exercise. So exercise coming from mistakes, and mistakes has been corrected, and you correct with money. So franchising happen when you say, okay, I want to have an investment. Nowadays, if you want to invest in real estate, your return might be with a 5%, 3%, depending on the country, wherever you are. When you invest in franchising, you are investing in something that is a plug and play. So plug and go. It's a proven system where they give you full support. Let's come back, I'm not talking about Hermanos only, but all the brands that are franchising right now. I saw many, and I saw a lot of them working really well. Brand Habit, as well as 1,200 outlets around the world. So people ask me how you do that, how you can support all these people. Well, there is support on the ground, 100%. You support on the ground, otherwise you don't buy a franchising. You are followed by expert, you are followed by people who knows all the story from the beginning. It's a baby that when he borns, he learns to walk and learn to run. So now he's adapted for the running. You let it run, and you are not getting a newborn baby. You are getting an adult right now.
Awesome. So I want you to also encourage the African business owner who wants to start. Now, you've spoken to the one that wants to invest in a franchise, but now he wants to start
their own business.
Yes, their own business, and then make it a franchise. Is it possible?
Yeah, is it? Actually, as I told you last couple of days, I think it was 2 days ago, I didn't have idea about franchising. For 2 years ago, since 2 years ago, I didn't have idea about what was a franchising, because I don't own just Hermanos, I own other brands as well. And living in Malta, in a small island, we own more than 15 restaurants and hotel. So I never thought about having a brand that might franchise. Then happened that a person told me, listen, I understand it that you have your own business, I understand it that you do your own money, but you have to give the chance to other people to have it as well. So why do you don't franchise and you give the opportunity to others to expand this brand? So this is why I want to encourage the people of Africa as well to invest in franchising, starting even a new franchising. I'm not saying Hermanos, but any franchising. I don't see many here.
That's what
I don't see many
drawing board stories, Vincenzo. That's what led to it, because we needed to start educating the market on franchising.
And I can tell you, even doing that for all the investors and people who want to start their own franchise, they want to take it from UK, America, or they want to take it from Italy or from Middle East, do it, because you improve the economy, you give job to young generation. Imagine they just bringing 15, I don't say just restaurants, but 15 new brands that can franchise. Your risk is limited, and you are employing people. You're employing young generation that want to grow.
It's such a pleasure to have you
Thank
in
you.
Nigeria and in Africa. The people met you, they met your food, and they totally accepted you. But we'll hear the story from your CEO, and obviously we'll be showing the snippets of the experience of Hermanos in Nigeria and in Africa. Thank you for listening.
Thanks a lot.
We'll see you after the
Thank
break.
you.
Thank you so much, and welcome back after the break. Remember that this is Franchise Founders Corner, and this is where we talk to the guys who are behind the major brands that we call franchises, so that they can unveil the details and demystify the concept of franchising to you as the founder, as the investor, and the player in the ecosystem. We spoke to Hermanos, the owner of Hermanos, Vincenzo, in our last conversation, and today on the seat we have the CEO, Ricardo. Ricardo, tell us your full name and where you come from.
So my name is Ricardo Neurabo Fuentes. I'm from Venezuela. I live in Malta since 2016, so I've been there quite a lot, 10 years. Then good.
Thank you. So you are the CEO of a very important franchise brand. Tell me, what does a day in your life look like?
There is a video there in Instagram if you want to follow in Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah.
Like we just make 1 month ago.
Yeah.
Like my daily life. I
Yeah.
mean, I wake up, I have my children, I have my wife, so I cook it for them. Less she will complain, no? She helped me to cook too. So this day when you planning all the day to controlling the system, the operation also in Malta, that we are located in Malta. As Vincenzo already mentioned before, we are 8 locations in Malta where we can serve the food and serving Hermanos.
Okay.
And then my life is just controlling because we just don't have Hermanos, we have different kind of business there. But now we are promoting Hermanos and expanding Hermanos abroad.
I think that's the key word, controlling. So you are the guy that makes sure the standards are kept. What are the elements in Hermanos that you're responsible for controlling?
Okay, we are responsible for controlling the food costs, the
Okay.
salaries,
Okay.
the quality of the product,
Okay.
the marketing, the things. I want to mention that's why we are here
Mhm.
as a franchising. We are here in Nigeria and abroad because those controlling to arrive to a point where we can control everything is after many years of mistake. That's why when you are offering a franchising, it's an experience you are offering.
Yes.
Because
you're very confident.
when you open a new restaurant, if you are new, the first year you lose a lot of money. Why? Because you know how to control the food costs. You know how to control how many staff you need. You know how to control the operation, the waste, how much food they throw because there is a time limit, for the preparation of time. Also for the expiring day of the product. So all the experience is the one we have right now.
Awesome.
In the beginning you didn't have. So
Awesome.
now we have a standard operation
Awesome.
where you just need to follow the standard, follow the things, the workers, the manager, the supervisor, they just follow the standard, so they know what they do.
So
So
what-
if they want someone doing something wrong, you attack that point because there is already there.
Yes, so what would you say about someone who thinks like, well, I've gone to school, I've learned quality control, I don't need to buy a franchise. What would you say to somebody like that?
I mean, if they have the knowledge you can have on a book, because everyone, as I mentioned, I'm a lawyer. I can know some things about the law in my country and the things, but sometimes when you know a lot of things of the book, you know about the thing in real life.
Thank you. That's
So-
what I was going to say.
Exactly.
So the books cannot give you the experience.
Experience,
You're not
yeah.
going. The book cannot teach you how to manage the emotions of the staff on the floor. The books cannot teach you how to build the exact quantity and taste for your customer. That is experience.
Exactly. Of course, I don't say like to the studying is not good. Of course, they need to know there is a lot of experience with people like they know already. Of course, they have a base. It's going to be more easy for them to control a restaurant,
Yes.
of course.
Yes.
But they need to learn how to be in the floor. They need to learn how to treat the people. They need to learn how controlling the people, the emotion of the people, the moment when you are super busy, and then you need to stand down. I said, calm down. We continue. We do fast, or we do like good, but no worry. So this is things like the book doesn't teach you.
So without blowing your own trumpet, which you can, what is the role of a CEO with a franchise founder? How important is that in making sure the returns come out of that brand? In your opinion?
What is my role? Like, what do you mean?
Yes, so now we're speaking to some franchise founders, right?
Alright.
And they could decide, okay, I'm going to be the franchise founder, I set up the brand, I don't have anybody that handles operations. I'll do everything myself. What would you advise such a person? What are you bringing to the table here in Hermanos? What do you do that makes sure that the business runs smoothly?
It's a long study, a lot of invention like we do. It's not easy. I mean, it's a time. You need
I
a
can
time.
tell.
It's a time like even it's money invest. It's a lot of things to do. It's not that easy like the people thinking. No, we do franchising and then you will find an investor in one day or people like to open a restaurant. It's not. Everything is it's a sport. It's a time you spend like to working for that goal that you want to the franchising. It's a time you spend with your family because you are abroad. Time of money, everything. This is not easy, but I mean, when you get the result, it's a good one.
You tell us more about the numbers, but I can attest to the fact that Ricardo, I can try to call you for 2 weeks, and when you pick up, you say, I'm not playing, I have a lot of work to do, because you're really, really busy heading operations. Sometimes you guys show me videos of you in the kitchen, coming to check on the staff, stock in the organization, and then you have to sit down and do the numbers. But you have a team working with you, right?
Yes, of course. We have a good
Very
team
good
there.
team.
I mean, that's why we are here. We can be here in Nigeria because we have a support like controlling everything there in Malta. I mean, this operation of 8 outlets, just talking about Hermanos, and they controlling everything. After you mentioned it before, we have a standard operation, so they just to follow the standard. And then also there is a person like controlling everything there, like is the real operation right now in Malta. And then, you know, she's helping me a lot.
I saw your video where you showed me your storeroom, which was very large, the area you do for trainings of staff. Tell us a bit more about that.
Oh, if you come into our warehouse, even to our office there in Malta, no one invests like us.
I can imagine.
Like, you know, that big place. That big place was making because we wanted to keep in fair standard. To keep a standard, you're making one place and you can send it to each other. So even we have, you mentioned the one room where we teach all the employees 1 time a week. So what do you think? I say how you teach them there is no cooker or something. You teach how to treat the people first things.
Beautiful.
How to talking with the people. I mean, how to keep in the atmosphere of the place. How to cook, of course, what is the way to treat the beef. Because, I mean, the people need to understand all the process. It's not just a flip a burger and, you know, just putting and that's all. No, it's how you treat each process of the product. And then, of course, to build the product in one way, like is the standard way for all the burgers. So because some people if you don't train in there, they will do the patting top and the vegetable down, or the vegetable down and the cheese in other way. So we keep in a standard. They need to learn the standard of our process, and this is what we're going to teach also our investor, our franchise, so they will be abroad.
So you know, when I interviewed Freddie Mercato, he's the CEO of the Franchise Association of South Africa, right?
Right.
And they said they have something called the Ubuntu culture, which is the customer service, the way you serve people. It makes them welcome. And I like to know that you also have that element of training in how they treat the people in a place. That's very, very good to know. And so that's even training content that you're bringing to the content. Tell us about the charity work you do as Hermanos. You mentioned to me, I mean, when we were driving to the event that we had, you and the founder saw some kids on the streets, you were giving them money, asking where's the orphanage, because you mentioned to me that for every burger that you sell, you give it to a charity. Tell me more, or tell us more.
There was a campaign that I normally do there. We working with Putty Care there in Malta. We have our best seller burger like Chicago bacon, and then we sell like 70% of the burger is that one. So we say for each burger they buy of that one, we give €1 to the charity.
Beautiful.
I mean, we are a part of the business, a part of the owner of the company, my person. We are human, no? So we like to give more. I mean, we believe a lot in God, and that for us, just what it is give to the others.
That means your cash flow is healthy.
Yes, I mean, if you give, I mean, we are here to helping everyone. I mean, of course, you cannot control helping all the world, but with the small things you do, you can do a lot of things.
So if an investor wants to buy a Hermanos franchise license, what kind of returns can they expect? Tell us what's the percentage of returns you got on your investment in Hermanos? What kind of returns do you expect them to get in what period of time?
So of course, each each market is different. No? We, as I mentioned, we were in GCC, and then we have studying on GCC. Now we're studying with amazing girl here, like here in Africa. I will check like they can have in the return on investment 1.5 years or 1 year maximum 2 years. Why? Because it's a proven system. Like, you know, we see like how the people love our burger. Just mentioned it before, like we do a party where they love our product. So normally we arrive there in 25% is our net profit there in Malta. Of course, we want them then the people here they can go also the same. The net profit, so they will recover as soon as possible.
So everybody's jumping on the burgerhood wave. I like to call it the burgerhood because I saw your videos when you sent to me in Qatar, and I didn't have an opinion about how or what kind of craze that will cause in Nigeria. But I was just open-minded because I liked the brand and I liked the pictures, but it wasn't doctored. You came here and did the same exact thing. And so there's a major market. So if anybody wants to buy a Hermanos franchise in Africa, how can they do that?
For in Africa, so we are partner now with you, so we can be contacted by you, not direct with us. So, but it's going to be the person who is taking care about all Africa.
Okay.
We have all the details, the operation manual, the legal documents, all the things prepared just to plug and go. So the company is already, will be very good here in Africa.
All right, thank you. So what Hermanos has said to us is that they have come to contribute to the local suppliers, to the community. They've come to be charitable, and they want to ensure that founders will grow while our people will enjoy. It's such a joy to be in the midst of such global-minded founders, and those that can inspire even the African founder to become a franchise as well, because you can see them, you can see their success, they're real, right? And that could be you next. So if you wanted to get a Hermanos franchise, you saw this video somewhere and you're like, listen, I want to get on the burgerhood wave in Africa, you contact us at ACR Global. We'll get you in touch with the team. I'm proud to say that they will not work with everybody. They will work with those who align with the energy of the brand, the community spirit of the brand, and the one that brings prosperity to the land. So if you think that's you, please let us know. So thank you so much for being in the studios in Lagos, Nigeria, all the way from Malta. You visited 3 countries in Africa, and we're expecting to expand into at least 10 countries in Africa over the next 2 years. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for joining in on the Franchise Founders Corner at CEO Drawing Board Stories. We want to build the African franchise ecosystem and the economy of our founders together. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you.